Hey everyone, this is Sue Review, and today I'm going to be doing my top 10 superhero TV shows. So, right now I'm going to do my honorable mention that didn't make my top 10. So, Black Lightning has, I think, 3 seasons. The third one's coming out now, and he's finally going to be crossing over in the CW universe with the Flash, Arrow, and their big Infinite Crisis crossover. That's like 5 or 6 episodes, I think. So yeah, I watched like a whole season and a half on it on Netflix. Could give it like a 5 out of 10. Like, it was cool. It had a lot of black street relations kind of deal. So it just like showed you what like the streets were like for the black people's perspective in like the hood and stuff like that when like superheroes were around. So it was cool. Like, Black Lightning's a OG superhero, so it was cool. Anyways, I'm stalling on the honorable mentions. Doom Patrol, I heard the first season of that was amazing. It got really good reviews. I still haven't been able to watch it. I'm going to try and watch it soon. I really want to watch it because Brendan Fraser is in it. He voices the robot man, so I'm excited for that. And apparently it's like not a superhero movie, but like all the heroes in the movie are like they're like mutants, kind of. Not mutants, but just like free, sort of say. Like, they're very weird, all their powers, so it's kind of interesting. I highly recommend checking that out too. It has the second season coming out soon, I think. Jessica Jones on Netflix. It got cancelled after the third season. I only watched up to the first half of the series, but the first season I watched all 13 episodes in one day, and I loved it. It was very good. It's a different tone of, like, after watching Daredevil, it was just like a really different tone for the superhero genre. She's not even like a superhero. She never gets a suit. It's more of like she's like a private eye investigator looking like she's like looking for cases. She's an alcoholic, and she has just like these superpowers that like she doesn't want, pretty much. It's a very cool show. I highly recommend checking that one out. It's on Netflix, but it got canceled after 3 seasons. But you have 3 good seasons there. Next one is another CW. You can watch on the CW network. DC Legends of Tomorrow. And it's basically a spin-off off the Flash and Arrow, which was like the 4th installment, I think, in the CW franchise that they made for TV shows. I liked it. It deals with a lot of time travel. There's multiple villains, heroes in the TV show, so you just get like a big like mix of like everyone, and it also crosses over with the Flash and Arrow all the time, especially with time travel. So it's cool to see time travel affecting in like every universe that's going on. So yeah, Supergirl is another one that I heard very good. I've watched some episodes. Like, I just choose random episodes I feel fit that I know I'd probably like them more than like some of the rest, because it's one of those. Like the CW, they put out like 25, I think like 20 episodes each of like Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and like Black Lightning. I think too gets that many. So it's kind of, you can skip some of them, but not really, because sometimes the ending might have a really good like point to the whole like the whole main story of the season sometimes. But Supergirl is cool. They added Superman into the mix too, so that was fucking awesome. Martian the Manhunter's in that universe too, so that got me super pumped for the first season too. Spoiler, I highly recommend checking that one out. Supergirl's cool. The girl who plays Supergirl is a very good fucking actor as Supergirl. I like her. She's fucking really good as her. Okay, so now we're going to do top 10. My top 10 we're going to do is Heroes, and that's my number 10. If you haven't watched Heroes, it's pretty much one of the first, like, it was pretty much like in the early 2000s they made like this. It's called Heroes, and like people with, it's like mutants kind of, but everyone has their own different powers. It was cool. Like, it was something that like you could say like, oh fuck, like superheroes are on TV shows now. Like, this is so awesome. Like, it was like, fuck yes. I loved it. First 2 seasons were pretty good. Then the 3rd season started getting weird. They tried to do Heroes Reborn, which didn't really stick. There's just like those good moments in it where the first season was really cool because it deals with this one kid going through. He thinks he has powers, and he's just thinks he has them, and it's just like for a while, it takes a while for him to realize that he does have powers kind of deal. But like it goes through like a cheerleader in a high school, a Chinese kid who's like going through time. Well, he's not a kid, he's a man going through time, learning how to freeze time and stuff like that. And then it goes through like the cheerleader's dad, who's a part of the agency that's trying to like stop all like the supers kind of deal. They're not like they're not really superheroes kind of deal. They're just like people with special abilities kind of deal. And it's cool because it deals with like time travel too in a really cool way. I liked it. I highly recommend checking out. 6.5 out of 10. It kind of like dips down after the second season, like halfway through. You can kind of see they're like they kind of like fucked up a little bit, or they just didn't know what they wanted to do for the story maybe, or they just lost track of the whole main first season, because the first season was like awesome. It was so good. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for that one. Heroes, check it out. 6.5 out of 10. Number 9 is Titans. You can watch the first season on Netflix. It's a DC Universe TV show. It just came out last year, 2 years ago. I give that a 6.5 out of 10. The first season wasn't really too good. Like, it wasn't very good at all, I want to say. But, like, it had its moments. You got to see 2 Robins in it. The second season now is out, and I'm watching it as it's out kind of deal. I think it's on, like, the 6th episode, and I fucking love it. Each episode is getting better and better. It's awesome. I highly recommend checking that one out. It's cool. Like, it's a gritty, like, Teen Titans like TV show, like live action. So you get like Dick Grayson as Robin, who later becomes Nightwing, Jason Todd as Robin, Raven, Starfire. They don't get a Cyborg, which sucks because he's in Doom Patrol, but apparently he might eventually come along to join the Titans later on because it's connected in that universe, because they cross over with the Doom Patrol. Beast Boy, Superboy got announced, Deathstroke's a new villain in the series, and they showed Batman with his suit on, and then without his suit on as like a real actor kind of deal. So that was cool. So it's very good. I highly recommend checking out if you're a nerd and you like just like getting those random moments where you get to see characters interact live action. Then it's fucking worth watching. Number 8 now, we're gonna call Misfits. It was a UK show. It was basically came out when Netflix didn't have anything. So it was like, I think it was like 6 years ago. I got started like 6 or 8 years ago maybe, and it came out, and I started watching it, and I got over all the British accents, or like in the UK accents, and it ended up being pretty good show. Like, I laughed. It's like a black comedy, so the superpowers are kind of cool, but they're kind of weird at the same time. Like, the one kid, he can go back in time, but then he realizes that like this is his destiny. They're like, it's so I'll basically just try and say the plot for. So they're a group of 6 kids. They're they're in like not a jail, but it's like they have to go do community hours, like community service, but they're in like orange jumpsuits at the first episode. And like this storm happens, and everyone, like, they get struck, and it's just like after the storm, and each episode they're going through like each one of their powers, and then like someone random comes in with like a new power that they have to deal with, and it's pretty much like they're killing people by accident. They don't want to, like their officer that like watches them, spoiler, they kill him by accident, and it's like a cover up they always constantly have to do all the time. Sorry. So yeah, I don't know, I found it funny. Like, I loved it. Like, it's funny. Like, I don't want to spoil it. If you ever check it out, 6 out of 10. It's called Misfits. It sounds like the band, but it's actually a TV show. I think it got 5 seasons maybe. I think about to the second season, or after the third, it started going downward. But it deals with time travel too. Just like alternate realities, so it was I liked it a lot. Number 7 is The Punisher. The Punisher only got 2 seasons, and I only got through 1 and like a half. Like, I started getting half, and then they announced Punisher was cancelled. So I just basing my review off the first season, and the first season was great. Like, I loved it. A hard 7.5 out of 10. It was fucking amazing. Like, it was totally full of violence. for sure, like all about shooting, killing, guns, all that kind of fun stuff. But before like Punisher got his own TV show, he was on Daredevil too, and that's what made it even more badass about this character. Like John, I can't even remember his real name. The guy from Walking Dead, Shane from Walking Dead. He plays the Punisher, and he does a fucking amazing job in Daredevil. Did so good. Next year, got his own spin-off TV show, and he did fucking good the first season. I loved it. It's basically dealing with like war vets, what happens to them when they come back, that they have nowhere to go, no job, can't do anything. They're just too like crazy in the head, some of them, and it just deals with like, I don't know, just like the impact of what could happen to a veteran if he got pushed to his limits, kind of deal. And it deals with like Punisher's Frank Castle, and he deals with his family dies in front of him, and it's him about going out and getting justice, pretty much, on like the mobsters and everyone that's like done him wrong. So it's pretty badass. Like a lot of killing and shit, a lot of like CSI crap, like not CSI, but like double agent shit. It was cool. I liked it. It was it was my 7th one, and I give that 7.5 out of 10. The Punisher, and it only lasted 2 seasons, got canceled, but Marvel is saying they want him back in the universe, so hopefully he comes back. That'd be very nice, because he was a badass fucking character, and the actor worked perfectly as him. There's no flaws to the character. It was great. I loved it. Number 6, we're gonna go with The Boys. It was so fucking good. I know The Boys is a 7.5 out of 10 for me. The first season was fucking so good. It was amazing. They did a great job of just casting roles, like just the action scenes, just the oh fuck moments in the movie. I'm pretty sure I did a full review on the whole series. It was fucking great. Check it out. I loved it. It was amazing. I think I binge watched like the whole series in one night, pretty much. It was so good. Like it was just like a lot of like oh fuck moments like happened, so you didn't like you didn't realize it was gonna go so dark. Like the one character is like Superman, but he's really fucking crazy, and then it's about like the people who don't have superpowers. So it's fucking great. I loved it. Number 5. Smallville. Somebody save me. So good. Such a good theme song to Smallville. It's probably like gets stuck in your head forever. I have it on my phone. It's so good. Smallville was like it's like, I remember when they announced they're making like the origin of Superman, and like everyone was like, oh fuck, like, and I mean, it lasted like 10 or 12 seasons. I can't really remember, but it was fucking long for like something like that. Like everyone was like, holy fuck, like it just kept going on and on and on. A soft 7 out of 10. It just like holds a very like special place in my heart, because it pretty much like started the TV genre almost for like superheroes. Like it created like a foundation, like, and like some crazy effects for like early 2000s for a TV show. You're like, oh fuck, like it showed him like going super fast and stuff, all like slow-mo. It showed like him teaming up with like the Justice League Society, like the Legion of Superheroes, which is like a year 3000 like team. So that was pretty fucking cool. Like a lot of team ups, all the villains he fights in Smallville, and it's basically like a big build up to him becoming Superman. In the end, he gets fucked over because we don't get to see him in the suit, spoiler alert. But him and a bunch, apparently like the Lois Lane and that, got cast in the Infinite Crisis crossover this year for the CW show. So hopefully he gets to soup up then too, finally. So that'd be nice. Or they just make him in the TV show. I think at the end they made him, he was wearing like a black shirt that had the symbol S on it, and he was wearing like a trench coat kind of deal, and they were calling him like the Blur or some shit like that, I think. Okay, soft 7 out of 10 Smallville. The Flash, number 4. My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. It was so good, so good. 7 out of 10. Like, there's some episodes that are way better. The villains are really good in it. The crossovers that happen. The Gus Grant, the person who plays Barry Allen, does a fucking amazing job as him. It's like just like seeing right off like the pages of like the comic book, like the Barry Allen coming to life. It's fucking great. Like, shows his origin, shows everything. Time travel, so much time travel. It's on its 6th season now. It just started, I think, 2 days ago. It's been doing pretty good. Like, it's not. It just has those problems that a lot. Like, it's 25 episodes per season kind of deal. So like some episodes aren't as great as others, but it has its great moments that I love. So highly recommend checking it out. A hard 7 out of 10. Number 3. Well, you can probably see that. Sorry, guys. Number 3 is Arrow. 7 out of 10. That's what started the CW universe. So I remember like my mom was watching one episode called Arrow, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was like the last 10 minutes, and it was Green Arrow like running around fucking with this fucking bow and arrow up in like this big penthouse and shit. And she's like, oh, this is called Arrow. Apparently this is like Green Arrow, like TV show, comic book. And I was like, what? They made a TV show called Green Arrow? And it's called Arrow? Yeah, so that pretty much what got me stuck. And then I watched it, it ended up being, they did such a good job through like the first couple seasons of like, it was normal time, and then like it go through flashbacks and flash forwards and all. It did such a good job with that. Like, and then he was this like, it had Barry Allen come in one of the episodes in like season 3 or 2, I think, as like just a random guest star for 2 episodes, and then that ended up being like the subplot to him becoming the Flash later on. So that was fucking cool. 7 out of 10, the Arrow. I cosplay as the Arrow too. I loved it. Cosplay as the Reverse Flash and the Flash too. It's just such a good show. They've crossed over multiple times. I love both of them like equally. They're great shows to watch. Arrow is coming to an end though this season. I think it's on number 8 or 7. I think they're on 8. Yeah, they should be on 8. If Flash is on 6, they're definitely on 8 and finishing at 8. So, and I think they're only doing 10 or 12 episodes. So it should be, they said they're pulling all the tricks out this season. So it should be fucking good. I'm excited. So number 2 is The Umbrella Academy. 8.5 out of 10. It was so cool, so great. It just had like the opening, it leaves you with so much questions. You're just like wondering like who, like what happens. Like it shows like the team of like, it shows a photo and then it shows the photo of teammates like slowly disappearing, and you're wondering like, well, who's gone? And then everyone's like, they get this. Okay, so how it goes is like at the same day, like over 100 and some kids are born and with special abilities, and this old man buys like, fuck, how many of them? I think 6 or 5 of them, and then he makes them all into superheroes, and they're called the Umbrella Academy. And now it's pretty much like, it shows a little bit of their like past at the start, and then it goes to time jump when they're all like in their 30s. They're like grown up pretty much, and they go back to the house to reunite for their adopted dad, who apparently like was dead. Is dead, and then so they have to like just reunite, and then all this shit goes down during that time. Then they realize that the apocalypse is upon them, and they really have to. It's a whole bunch of crazy shit. 2nd season's coming out soon, hopefully. It was great. Like, I highly recommend checking it out. I gotta rewatch it again because it was fucking so good. So good. It was great. Like, deals with time travel too. Ellen Page is in it. I don't even know who else is in it really, but like they have a butler as monkey's a butler. Like Ellen Page is the only like person in the family that doesn't have powers, and then like it shows like multiple, like one guy's powers is, I think he's just really good at throwing knives. Another guy's powers is he can speak to the dead and shit like that. Another kid's power is he can like open up his chest and like monsters can come out, so like the Kraken and shit. It's fucking wild. I highly recommend checking it out. And number 1 is Daredevil. Daredevil was so good. It's pretty much through all 3 seasons. Sadly, it got canceled after season 3 did so good. Season 3 did so good, and it got fucking canceled, man. It was so good. So good. If you go on the reviews, I'm pretty sure it's going to say 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Season 2. 9 out of 10 for Season 3. And I'm giving it a 9.5 out of fucking 10. It was so fucking good. It's grounded. It's like, he's getting the shit kicked out of him, Daredevil, but he just keeps coming back for more and just keeps laying people out. Wilson Fisk is in it, so we get to see a live version of Wilson Fisk. It is so amazing seeing a live version of that. Like, I didn't think it was going to be great. I think the guy's name's like Vinny something. He's in like Criminal Minds or one of those shows. He did such a fucking good job. Creepy as fuck. It was so good. The fight sequences, so dope. There's like, in Season 1, I'm gonna go spoiler ahead, because now I'm just gonna be talking about my favorite one. Daredevil was so fucking good. I gotta rewatch it again. It was so good. So Daredevil, if you don't know, he's a blind man who gains the power of, like, he has heightened sight after that. So his smell, his hearing, everything is super heightened. And then he ends up being able, like, he gets the ability to, like, be able to fight. He learns how to train, learns kung fu, martial arts, and then he basically becomes, like, fucking the devil of Hell's Kitchen. That's where, like, his neighborhood is called. It's called Hell's Kitchen, which is, like, one of the worst neighborhoods in New York, I think it is. That's, like, in the comic books, so it was fucking so dope. They made a movie in the early 2000s with Ben Affleck, and that don't do no justice. This Daredevil TV series that lasts three seasons, it kind of ends on an okay note kind of deal. You're not like I'm bummed that it's still canceled. Like, it was fucking so good. Like, Season 1 was amazing because it's so grounded. It's just like this blind guy like stopping these drugs on the streets and fucking like all the hookers and like prostitution rings that are going on. He's stopping that, all the crime, like all the bad cops he's taking down too. It's fucking wild. And then like he ends up becoming like the Daredevil in the end of like Season 1, and then Season 2 he's the Daredevil and he's trying to, like, Elektra comes back, his love, and then he has to like fight with her for a bit, and then he's fighting with fucking against ninjas. And then they have, like, it ends up being, like, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Daredevil. They have, like, they have a season spin-off called The Defenders. It wasn't as good as I was promised it was going to be. It should have been way better. But the best part about, like, that whole Marvel Netflix series thing was pretty much Daredevil and Punisher and Jessica Jones. Daredevil was so fucking good. It was great. Like, it was trippy. You probably, like, see, when you see him, like, in his red shirt, you're like, but, like, when he's rocking, like, in the first little bit, he rocks, like, a black, like, ninja gear for a while, and he looks fucking dope. But, like, all the fight sequences are amazing. Like, it's fucking trippy. Like, it's literally shot all in one sequence. Like, there's literally a big fight scene, like, Season 1, where he's goes to save this kid that got kidnapped, and they're literally just luring him in, and he knows that, so he goes in there and like fucking throws down and like beats out like 30 guys, but like he's just like beaten to shit too though. Like, it's fucking wild. Like, it shows him, like, there's never a time where he fights a guy and he like kicks his ass like fully and doesn't get any damage on him. Like, he gets punished every time he fights and he just keeps getting back up. I know I pretty much said that like a couple minutes ago. Daredevil, so good. 9.5 out of 10. I recommend checking it out. Thank you for listening, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. This is Sue Reviews, and that was my top 10 superhero TV shows. Thanks for liking, guys, and I'll see you later.